Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and we're learning about immunizations for the school year with my guests Stella Oparaji and Bobie Williams from the City of St. Louis's Department of Health. And we've been talking about, of course, why immunizations are so important to prevent the outbreak of various diseases and to keep our communities safe and healthy and keep people in the workplace, moms and dads and kids in school. So Stella, there are people who have reasons that for not getting their children immunized. And what are some of those reasons that are exempted, and what's the process for getting those exemptions?
The exemption is religious exemption or medical exemption. For the religious exemption, they have to come to the Department of Health, and we have to show them a video of what they are expected to see, like when a kid when there is an epidemic going on around the state, those kids that were not immunized will be the first that were sent home because their immune system is not where they're supposed to be. Then for the medical exemption, due to compromised immunity of some of the kids, the doctor might certify that they are not required to take the immunization that is going on with schools.
So do those parents also need to come to the Department of Health with that authorization from the doctor?
Yeah, because when we give out the letters for parents to remind them of the immunization that are required, so when they get the letter, they will go to the school. Then the school will refer them to the Department of Health.
Okay, so any parents that receive this letter or who receive immunization information for their child if they have a reason to believe that they don't want their child to get immunized, to go to the school, who will then send them to the Department of Health. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. But there's always things to think about if you're looking for an exemption.
Right. So part of the video that is shown to the parents is explained to them that it's not punitive, as Ms. Stella was explaining about the child being sent home. As she said, that if the child is immunocompromised, we want to make sure that child is safe, right, and also ensure the safety of that child's family. So we want that child to be separated from those who may be sick as soon as possible, because it's not always the child that's not immunized that's not always the child that is sick or that may have spread the disease within the school. So we're looking out for that child's best interest as well as their parents. So all that's explained within the video that they'll view.
So those children might be sent home for their own protection.
Yes.
Is what you're saying. Okay, so speaking of prevention of disease, what are some other ways besides immunization, as we are preparing our children to go back to school, that we can help them to learn healthy habits?
The key to any treatment in preventing the spread of disease is hand washing. And that is why in our department we always go to schools and daycares to teach them the proper way of washing hands. Because when those ideas are being inculcated in the kids from the early stage, they know that when they play in the playground, use the bathroom, if there is anything that will make them wash their hands, they are going to do that.
So hand washing, hand washing, hand washing.
Exactly.
Yes.
And education. That's why we're here. We're here today to talk about the ensure that a child is properly immunized and the importance of awareness. We want to make sure that parents, as well as children, families, and and school officials know the importance of protecting our children through immunization, hand washing, and education.
Yeah, very good. Very
and
good.
Another issue about the education part of it. If you look at now that we have many travelers, as people travel around, they are going out or coming in with things that are not expected for them to come in with. So being immunized is going to help a whole lot. A good example is the spread of meningitis with the college children. When they go to the boarding house, they are expected to be immunized because it is one of the diseases that can kill without even symptoms or anything.
Meningitis. And
Yes.
so for our college students who are going and living in dormitories, also to protect themselves.
Yes.
And is that with a vaccine or just healthy habits?
No, with the vaccine.
With the meningitis vaccine?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good to know for all of our children, not just our little ones, but our independent older ones as well.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, lots of good stuff. As we think about going back to school, it's hard to imagine in the middle of July, but it's coming up right around the corner. So remember to visit stlouis-mo.gov/health for more on immunizations and their importance to our community. There's more STL Live after this, so please stay with us.